Yes, hello to all my friends outside Germany. First of all, cheers. Well, why I make this video? Not all of you know my story as well, so I gotta make a declaration, explanation today what happened to me as a legal cannabis patient in between the last 14 months in Germany, especially in Bavaria, especially there in the village of Hof, which is not far away from Nuremberg and on the old border between the two Germans. So listen to me. I get my medicine now for nearly 3 years. On the 17th of February in 2017, I get my first my first prescription. I look for the right words. And since that time, the first prescription was a private one. But from August in the same year, in 2017, I get assurance payment allowance. So that means I get since that day 100 gram per month from a sort I can choose of from our drugstores called Apotheke in Germany. And our health assurance has gone to pay it for me. So what happened then? In between the time I get it, my doctor get one time sick and I was out of medicine in November 2018. This was a really hard month for me and give me the sign to be in front if such a fuck would happen in future again. So I started again a little growing for myself and a cancer friend of mine. And beside that, I was happy. Everything was working. But on the 1st April of last year, I was going to my doctor and I was going for prescription. And the assistant wife said to me, "Oh, well, Herr Meyer, the doctor is not in the house today." I said, "Okay, it's no problem." So ask one of the two other doctor ladies to give me the paper. But they refused. I could just leave the doctor's house with a paper in which were signed that my doctor, which is following me with cannabis, is sick for a longer period. I didn't go before I had that paper. And then Odyssey, it's called in the Greece history, started for me in the main city of Germany, in Berlin, where our laws are made. And I was in 5 or 6 places in between 15 or 16 days. And all doctors, all pain centers refused me a cannabis prescription. They just want to put me to pills, to morphines, to any shit. And I refused that fuck. So I was gonna get out of medicine. But I had already a date in Bavaria where I want to go and to prove if I can go in the summertime for a vacation with my 2 small children. So I was really hard thinking what to do. And then I got an offer in my area and somebody said to me, "Hey guy, I gotta help you out of medicine. There's some nice hashish. Would you like to have some?" And I was running there and I looked for it and it was really a great Kitama Gold from Morocco. So I took a piece, a 150 gram. I drove down to Bavaria and then they fucked me off in a bus like you have in the US, grey liners or in British whatever. We in Germany we call them Flixbus. Police come in a break, searched the bus and brought me out because I got some marijuana with me, 3 cans with weed. And then they asked me for more and they searched my pockets and they found a 140 gram hashish. And for this case, I was now in court over 1 year later. And the district attorney, a woman, she was asking for 2 years of jail. Well, it was not my first time in a court, but it was the first time that a high level, like 140 gram hashish, with 25% THC and more inside, proved by police technicals, all inside the courtroom declared it is my medicine. But at the end of the day, this lady was asking for 2 years of jail. What comes out? At the end, the judge said, you are going to getting 1 year probations, on 1 year jail on 3 years probations. What means in Germany at least 4 years probation, because every probation is running still a year more. And well, at least I will go now to the second part of German right laws. I will make a kind of revision. And then I will bring the whole case to our highest court, which is called Bundesverfassungsgericht, to make them show what is going to happen to German legal cannabis patients. Because you have to know, I was a master sergeant in the German Bundeswehr, in the German army. And in my seminars, in my educations as a sergeant for international human rights and laws in conflicts and wars and even in civil situations, I was taught that everyone who is wearing a red cross, a green cross, a red half moon, a green half moon with a paper, with a sign, is protected by separated human rights and is going to be getting special attention. I got all these papers with me. I gotta show you. This is a cannabis pass in Germany. You have to bring your prescription with you, your documentary about that you paid it, and a signed paper by a doctor, how you use it, and daily, how much, and kind like this. And really, it's so scary in Germany now. This is what I'm gonna tell you. Even the judge asked me if I am allowed to drive a car, and really I have a driving license, and the highest judge decisions in the last 1.5 or 2 years, they are really strict. They say if a doctor is going to give you a stamp that you are able to drive under cannabis as a patient, you are allowed to drive until you make a big mistake in traffic. If you don't do, nobody can care. So this is all. I gonna go to a court for my medicine, and I have to declare to judges and to the script authorities what is going to be the reality and what is going to be to happen. This cannot be happen in Germany anymore. We're gonna need a solution for our cannabis patients, and this is why I ask our health ministry, Mr. Spahn, which is going to be a toxicer of my children because he wants them to be injected by law, and by our chancellor, the lovely lady Frau Merkel. Please do something for the cannabis patients. Stop this inhuman, illegal behavior by police and state for patients, which I already know. And in the end, I'm gonna say I'm gonna make a big fire with the old Marlene. She's broken down, but because we have in Germany now this kind of hysteria about water bong clubs, where you can smoke these aromatic tabaks from Turkey or whatever, from Egypt. I enjoy better my Marlene. Even if her head is broken, it's like real. Marlene Modler's head was also broken. Have a nice day, fight for your rights, legalize the weed. Stop.